Hey guys, welcome to Comic Basic Lists, where we try to break down everything we know about comic in under 10 minutes. Today's list, the top 10 best fighters in Marvel Comics. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and turn those notifications on. That way you'll be sure never to miss a video as they become available. I sat in my office a few days ago fantasizing about different who would win between who battles. The more I thought about it, the more I became entertained by my thoughts. I then wondered if some of the best fighters in Marvel Comics fought against each other, who would come out on top? Of course, I picked the regulars: Captain America versus Red Skull, Wolverine versus Sabretooth, Gamora versus Thanos, and Hulk versus Thor. But then I picked some obscure ones. Groot versus Squirrel Girl, Nova versus Magneto, Annihilus versus Wasp, and Mr. Fantastic versus Drax the Destroyer. Eventually my thoughts drifted and I began to wonder just who the best fighters in Marvel Comics are. I sat back deep in my thoughts and decided on 10 of them. And here we go. Not only is Captain America one of the most decorated characters in Marvel history, he's also a survivor of multiple wars, battles, fights, and skirmishes. He's trained in nearly every known fighting style in existence, and has gone toe-to-toe with some of the biggest and worst villains in the world. Without bragging too much, the list includes Thanos, the Red Skull, Winter Soldier, and the Incredible Hulk. Oh, and it doesn't hurt that he leads one of the most powerful teams in comics. Captain America is the quintessential good guy and will stop at nothing to rectify a situation should he see that there has been an injustice. For these reasons and so much more, Captain America is a no-brainer. Speaking of Captain America, it wouldn't be a list of top fighters if it didn't include the man that he's been most responsible for. Not only did Captain America mold the man that Bucky became during World War II, but he freed him and brought him back to the good guys after years of mind poisoning at the hands of the enemy. Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, is one of the most predominant fighters in the history of comics. He's repeatedly had to fight for every square inch he's been given and will probably have to do so for the rest of his life. He knows exactly how to disappear and will reappear only when the time is right. He can control his cybernetic arm with his mind, and in case you've forgotten, easily caught Captain America's shield in the Winter Soldier movie. Think about it this way: when Captain America was presumed dead, Bucky picked up the shield and continued his legacy. I suppose if you're good enough to beat a dragon in combat, you should probably be considered for this list. Look, I can't stress this enough. He beat a dragon. A dragon. And what did he do afterwards? He plunged his hand into the heart and absorbed his power. Not only is Iron Fist prolifically trained in nearly every style of martial art, ninjutsu, and combat, he can channel his chi down to his fist into a ball of fire. With it, he can break just about any known material in existence. Not only could Iron Fist punch just about any contender before they blinked, he could do so twice. There's a reason he picked up and became Daredevil when Matt Murdock was unable to do so. What needs to be said about a woman who was tortured and trained by the Russian KGB in a place called the Red Room? As a result of the training, Natasha was given the title of Best Recruit, called Black Widow, and sent out into some of the most dangerous missions ever. I repeat, she beat out a group of people training to be ruthless killers and spies. Don't let the masquerade as a super spy fool you. Natasha Romanoff is battle-tested. She's successfully beaten up an impressive list of adversaries: Doctor Doom, Crimson Dynamo, Bullseye, Red Skull, and Loki, just to name a few. And she's done so with ease. She has single-handedly brought down AIM on more than one occasion and isn't afraid of a daunting challenge. For these reasons and more, she's deserving of this list. A Wakandan king. Need I say more? Not only is he the greatest fighter hailing from a remote group who prides themselves on their intelligence and ability to fight, he's learned just about every fighting style known to man. This, of course, includes the various secret forms from his homeland. Couple that with the fact he's ingested a herb that takes his abilities to just under superhuman, and you have the recipe for unrivaled. And it gets better. Because he is the Black Panther, he also possesses the ability to call upon the knowledge of every previous Black Panther that ever walked the earth. So, not only can he call on his own abilities and knowledge, he can call upon the abilities and knowledge of countless others. Yeah, Black Panther is a beast. No pun intended. What list would be complete without the man without fear? Yeah, Daredevil definitely makes this list, and he does so with ease. Tell me, who else can stand up to Bullseye, Elektra, Kingpin, and the Hand and walk away somewhat unscathed? From a very young age, Daredevil was trained by a man named Stick. Stick did so to prepare him for the endless fights he'd engage as he aged. Because of the accident that left him blind, his remaining senses have been heightened. He's also able to hear and feel things long before they happen. In case you're wondering, this means that he can feel the movements around him as they happen. As a consequence, his reflexes are razor sharp. He, of course, uses this to his advantage. It's no wonder the criminals of Hell's Kitchen walk a little quicker when he's around. What list would be complete without the Canadian animal Wolverine? I really can't say anything that you probably don't know already. Like most others on this list, he is trained in just about every fighting style known to man. What makes Wolverine different is not that he uses each style to his advantage, but rather he has something called a berserker rage. When he unleashes it, hell hath no fury like what you're about to witness. Go on and read Old Man Logan and watch him rip through the Hulk from the inside if you don't believe me. He is brash, crude, won't hesitate to finish the job, and because of his healing factor, nearly impossible to stop. Oh, and it helps that because of his ability to heal, he doesn't really age. Because he doesn't age, he doesn't slow down. Yeah, Wolverine is deserving of this list. Truthfully, I had a hard time putting the Taskmaster on this list. It isn't because he can't fight, nor is it because he isn't deserving of a spot. It was more because he can only fight because his power of mimicking anything that he sees allows him to. Without it, I don't think he would be nearly the fighter he is today. That aside, Taskmaster's trained agents fought against the likes of Captain America and done these with little formal training. He could enter any fight unprepared, simply watch his opponent, learn what they know in seconds, and use it against them. He is both methodical and tactical in his approach, and these two qualities make him extremely dangerous. Scorned by the death of her father, Elektra left her life in New York behind to train with the same man who trained Daredevil. Feeling unfulfilled, she left him and began training with a group of ninjas known as the Hand. Not only does she become the best of them all, she quickly rises to the top. Eventually, she leaves the Hand and makes her way back to New York to become one of the most foremost assassins in the Marvel Universe. To work for the likes of Kingpin, you have to be pretty good at what you do, and Elektra is more than pretty good. She is trained with numerous weapons, but her preference is always to go back to the Sai. Question for you. What happens when you possess no superpowers in a universe filled with superpowers? The answer? You develop your ability to fight to be so strong that it in itself is considered a superpower. By far, of all the characters, ShangChi is number 1 on the top 10 best fighters in Marvel Comics list. Unlike many other martial artists, ShangChi is a grandmaster. If you don't know what that means, understand that it means he wins way more battles than he loses. Just like the aforementioned Iron Fist, ShangChi can focus his chi into energy. This enables him to dish out some serious damage without taking any in return. Couple this with his honed skill to control his nervous system so that he may feel no pain, and you have a recipe for one bad man. And that's it, guys. The top 10 best fighters in Marvel Comics. Love to know what you think in those comments down below. Before you go, make sure you hit that subscribe button just below this video and turn those notifications on. If you like this video, hey, do us a favor and give it a share. Let others around you like it too. And one last thing, before you go, make sure you check out the website, comicbasics.com, where you'll find more information than we can possibly cram into any of these videos. Thanks, guys. We'll catch you next time.